evening, racing fans. Welcome to Racing Action from Flamboro Downs for this Tuesday evening. Our first race will go to post in approximately 15 minutes. Shall we get a look at the changes on this evening's card of racing? Note in race number 1, number 6, Smart and Sassy, the driver will be Samuel Filia. Sammy Filia will drive number 6, Smart and Sassy. And scratched is number 7, Jamar Speakaway. Race 1, 7 is out. Races 2, 3, and 4, no changes. No changes. Races 2, 3, or 4. In race number 5, note that number 2, Yankee Clout, is scratched. Race 5 scratched number 2, Yankee Clout. And number 4, I'd Imagine. Blind bridle to side roll. Blind to side roll on I'd Imagine. Races 6 and 7 have no changes. No changes races 6 or 7. In race number 8, number 1, Dally Up, driver to be announced. Race 8, 1 Dally Up, TBA. And the 9th race scratched is number 8, Real Wicked. Race 9, scratch number 8, Real Wicked. Once again, reviewing races 1 and 2. Race 1, Sammy Filia will drive number 6, Smart and Sassy. And number 7, Jamar Speakaway, is scratched. Races 2, 3, and 4, no changes. Field 4, race number 1 is on parade, and 1 is Restive Spirit. Eddie Hensley for Jody Cullen and Wayne McCrae. Number 2 is Sweet Alex. J.B. Renault for Julie Walker and Karen Murphy. And number 3 is World Revival. Anthony Hunt from Egg Crone and Hunt Racing. Number 4 is Mucksale Hanover Walter Whalen for Mike Whalen driving for Walter Whalen and Chris Nickel. Number 5 is Dance Like a Skipper. Is Scott Coulter for Paul Coulter and Emma and Georgia and Avery Longstreet. Number 6, Martin Sassy. Sammy Fillion for Blake McIntosh and Hunt Racing and Gary Volpe. 7 is scratched. Number 8 is Thunderdome State. Travis Henry for Anthony Beaton and David Mercer and David Lumsden. Field of 7, race number 1. Well, fans, let's get a look at this field for race number 1. And on the inside, number 1, Restive Spirit, is one that comes in from Charlottetown and now is with Jody Cullen and qualified pretty well here, especially good back half in the qualifier, 58-2. Restive Spirit, just a third career start, had a couple of starts in Charlottetown, and I think overall Restive Spirit, I like the fact that you can get 5-1 on one sent up with Jody Cullen because hasn't really proven anything yet, but certainly the barn is strong. Hurricane Hensley driving, good shot in here, 5-1. Also, in race number 1, let's get a look at number 2, Sweet Alex. And, well, Sweet Alex raced very well up at Grand River to finish third and is one that improved nicely in that start because the first 2, they weren't anything special at all. But look at that last one. Also had a good back half and came home in 28-4. Same as Restive Spirit in the qualifier. Sweet Alex in that race at Grand River and used a favorable post to get out second. Sweet Alex and J.B. Renault for Julie Walker, 4-1. Number 5, Dance Like a Skipper, is the 3-5 favorite. Has had one start. That was August the 29th, so now has been off about 3 weeks. Was 6 since then. Look, 1 in 58-3 at Georgian Downs. Lone start. If he's healthy and ready to rock and roll, he certainly could be the one to beat in here. I just thought he'd be heavily bet and would like to take a shot on a couple of others that would offer a price instead. Dance Like a Skipper and Scotty Coulter for Paul Coulter, 4-5. And number 3, World Revival. This is one you can get at a price because so far 2 races and didn't do anything. But look at, they're both post position 8, starting off his career, so just touring around the track. And yet you do see this one finishing 58-1 back half last time out. And I think World Revival, now from post 3, races out of a powerful barn that have made Crone, Anthony Hahn driving. I expect World Revival to be much more of a factor. I love that you get this one at 25-1 because I really would not be surprised at all if he steps up and races solidly in here. Gate is rolling for race number 1. Rest of Spirit, Sweet Alex, World Revival on the inside. In the center, Muxell, Hanover, and Dance Like a Skipper. The outside, Smart and Sassy, Jamar, Speak Away is scratched, and Thunder Don't Stay. Field of 7, race number 1. They're at the start, and they're off, and Smart and Sassy is going to leave out well, and Sweet Alex and Rest of Spirit along to the inside, but Smart and Sassy driving for Sammy Filion in the early going. Sweet Alex is second away, then racing third, Thunder Don't Stay, Rest of Spirit is fourth in front of World Revival, then Muxell Hanover. Dance Like a Skipper right now is waltzing from the trailing spot, and now it is going to be Sweet Alex and Javier Bernal to take the front. Sweet Alex leads on past the opening quarter. Smart and Sassy is second. Thunder Don't Stay is third. Opening handle 29 seconds. Rest of Spirit fourth. And then World Revival, Muxell Hanover, and Dance Like a Skipper is trailing the field. They work on around the turn. Sweet Alex at 6-1 has the lead. Smart and Sassy is rolling second, and Thunder Don't Stay is on the inside third. Then it is Rest of Spirit, who's still on the inside, racing position fourth as they race up to the half. Leading past the half is Sweet Alex by a length and a half. Halftime 59, 32nd second panel. Smart and Sassy second. Thunder Don't Stay is third. Rest of Spirit is still getting some rest on the inside. And then World Revival, Muxell Hanover, Dance Like a Skipper, and they work their way on down the backstretch, and Sweet Alex with the front. Sweet Alex, Smart and Sassy. Thunder Don't Stay now isn't going to stay on the pylons any longer, has moved out and is about 2.5 or 3 from the lead. Dance Like a Skipper has come from last and past 3 now and is racing fourth and closing ground. Then Rest of Spirit is fifth, and Muxell Hanover and World Revival 3/4 in 1:29. Sweet Alex leading it. Sweet Alex and Smart and Sassy. Thunder Don't Stay, Dance Like a Skipper, closing ground. Popping into the pocket is Smart and Sassy. Sweet Alex and Smart and Sassy, and driving on the outside now is Dance Like a Skipper. Off stride went Sweet Alex, and up the inside is Thunder Don't Stay on the outside. Dance Like a Skipper. Dance Like a Skipper dances by on the final strides to win it. Smart and Sassy second, and third is between Muxell Hanover and Thunder Don't Stay. 158-1. Back in front of us, number 5, Dance Like a Skipper. Scotty Coulter is the winning driver. 2-year-old Dally Bay Colt, owned by Emma and Georgia and Avery Longstreet. Paul Coulter, the trainer. Dance Like a Skipper, 2 for 2 in the win column lifetime. Scotty Coulter, the winning drive. First race payouts 5 Dance Like a Skipper 330, 260, 230. 6 Smart and Sassy 560, 410. 8 Thunder Don't Stay $6. $2 Exactor 17.90. Dollar Tribe 97.80. Dollar Superfecta 339.40. First race order finish from the top 756412 scratch 3. That's 756412 scratch 3 on the bottom. For the second on parade, one, Mr. Mock Jimmy, Travis Henry for Lindsey Kerr and Sally Charlton. And number two, UF Betters Hanover, Daryl Thiessen for Scott West. Number three, J.J. Tommy, Samuel Filya for J.F. McGuire and Andre Paris. Four is Brody Scrapper, Travis Cullen for Jody Cullen and A1 Stable. And five, Rock and Roll Shadow, brought me down over Jacob Roberts and Steve Adams. Field of five, race number two. Let's look at some of the main players in this second race. And, well, we'll start with number four, Brody's Scrapper. And Brody's Scrapper is one that off the shelf had missed a lot of time before coming back here 5 days ago. And it was a dominant effort and is one that is back in the same class looking to double up. Brody's Scrapper only had 5 races last year as well, but is a veteran with a lot of back class and 44 lifetime wins. I think this 12-year-old comes right back and lays down another sharp effort. Brody Scrapper and Travis Cullen, 3-5, the one to beat. Number two, UF Betters Hanover, if you're talking about back class, is the leader in this field at 473,000. And last year still had a good year, but now as a 13-year-old, the numbers, they're still okay, but they're not quite at the level they've been in the past. And UF Betters Hanover has had a couple of, tougher posts, but now will get a good spot on the inside. Although, do you see this one racing at Mohawk 2 races ago, finishing third in 52-3? That was a solid effort. I think UF Betters Hanover in this class compares pretty nicely. And Daryl Thiessen's off a good night at Grand River last night, and Scott West training 3-1. Number three, J.J. Tommy. Well, second beaten 3/4 at Mohawk last race, 53-3. J.J. Tommy had been racing at Georgian and Grand River and racing reasonably well. Fell off form just a wee little bit in the last start on the half-mile track at Grand River, but came back last time out to be better. J.J. Tommy is 5-2. And on the inside, number one, Mr. Mock Jimmy, sent up by Lindsey Kerr. This is one that almost won at Sarnia last race, second beaten Anang, 54-1. 7 wins in 28 starts in the year and 36 lifetimes, so don't overlook this veteran, Mr. Mock Jimmy. A lot of veterans in this field. Mr. Mock Jimmy, 6-1, Travis Henry driving from post 1. It's a compact field of 5 going to post shortly. It starts the pick 3. Gate is rolling for the second. Mr. Mock Jimmy, UF Betters Hanover to the inside. In the center, J.J. Tommy to the outside, Brody Scrapper, and Rock and Roll Shadow. Field of 5, race number 2. Here they come. Giddy up. And the field for the second race at the start of the rough. Brody Scrapper leaving out with J.J. Tommy and Rock and Roll Shadow. Mr. Mock Jimmy, UF Betters Hanover's fifth away, and the field works on around the turn. Brody Scrapper is able to come on and get the lead. Brody Scrapper is in front right now by about 2 1/4 lengths over J.J. Tommy and Samuel Fillion. Rock and Roll Shadow, Brett McDonald is rocking third. Mr. Mock Jimmy and Travis Henry, and UF Betters Hanover and Daryl Thiessen. Field of 5 and in single file racing on past the opening quarter in 28-1. Brody Scrapper 1 to 5 on the board. Leads a length and 3/4. J.J. Tommy second. Rock and Roll Shadow third. They race their way off the turn, and fourth is Mr. Mock Jimmy. And UF Betters Hanover fifth. Positions unchanged as they race their way up towards the half. Brody Scrapper leads it. Advantage still a length and 3/4 over J.J. Tommy. Rock and Roll Shadow now is rocking an outside position. UF Betters Hanover is on the outside now on the back of Rock and Roll Shadow. Mr. Mock Jimmy takes the short way round the turn. 57-1, halftime into the backstretch they go. Brody Scrapper by 2. J.J. Tommy's racing second. Rock and Roll Shadow to the outside, sharing third with Mr. Mock Jimmy on the inside. And UF Betters Hanover is trailing the field. Brody Scrapper is still sharp on the lead and is in front by 2 1/4 lengths right now. Then J.J. Tommy second, Mr. Mock Jimmy is third. Rock and Roll Shadow still fourth, and UF Betters Hanover position still unchanged. 125 3/4. Now here comes J.J. Tommy in pursuit of Brody Scrapper. Brody Scrapper on the inside. J.J. Tommy on the outside. They come on down the stretch drive. Brody Scrapper and Travis Cullen trying to hold off J.J. Tommy. J.J. Tommy's going to get the W. Then Brody Scrapper, Mr. Mock Jimmy, Rock and Roll Shadow, 154 flat. J.J. Tommy pulls the upset. Back in front of us, the winner of race number 2. It's number 3, J.J. Tommy, 4-year-old Tobago K's Bay Gelding. Sammy Fillion is the winning driver. The trainer is Jean-Francois McGuire. And the owner is Andre Paris and Jean-Francois McGuire. 5th win this year, a 10th lifetime. J.J. Tommy in 154 flat. The second race payouts, number 3, J.J. Tommy, pays $720, $290, $210. 4 Brody Scrapper, $210, $210. 1 Mr. Mock Jimmy, $230. $2 exactor, $12. Dollar try, $28.25. The dollar super, $47.25. Double of 5 and 3, $11.60. The second race order finish from the top at 35124. That's 35124 on the bottom. for the third on parade, 1 Premier Surefire, Madonna for Robert Young and Premier and Associates. Number 2 is Bold Bet, Scott Eagle over Kenroy Scaife. And number 3 is Seaside Caesar, Jay Harris for Murray Brather and Barry McLennan. Number 4 is Petey, Daryl Thiessen for Jay Conklin and Joyce Jones. And number 5 is Inked in Pink, Phil Houdon for Emma Christopher and Joanne Colville. Number 6, Written in Stone, Dave Duncan for Brenda Duncan. And number 7 is Shouted Out Loud, Paul McKenzie for Chantel Mitchell and Mitchell DiCenzo and Anthony DiCenzo. Field of 7, race number 3. Horses and geldings, non-winners of 2 on the pace. And let's take a gander at some of the main players in this dash. I want to start with number 4, Petey, 4 to 5 on the board. 3 consecutive wins. Now the last couple were narrow wins, but I still think Petey looked so good in victory that you got to go with him again here. Really looks sharp. And that last one was in this non-winners of 2 class. The first couple were in the maiden class, but now moves up. And also did come home strongly, fending off the challenge from Shouted Out Loud to win by a neck. Petey overall, the one to beat, and is getting bet as such, and is 4 to 5 on the board. Number 7, Shouted Out Loud, as mentioned, last time out was second to Petey. Had post 7 last race, post 7 again. Was able to drive early from post 7 and get a pocket trip. We'll see if that's the plan of attack again, but logic suggests that if it worked that well last time out, may well be firing again. 11 to 1. Number 3, Seaside Caesar, is one that was a winner at Kawartha in 56 and 3 last race and has 3 top 3 finishes and 6 starts. And Seaside Caesar, Jay Harris for Murray Brather, is certainly one of the main factors in this dash. You see this one putting up some decent speed at Mohawk as well. Seaside Caesar is 7 to 2. And number 1, Premier Surefire. Well, Premier Surefire did have back-to-back wins at Georgian Downs and dominant wins, but then made a break trying things here September the 5th. Last race was okay, but definitely needed a flat line. Now gets the inside, has inside gate speed. Premier Surefire is one that could come right back and be a threat to Petey. 7 to 2. But number 4, Petey, the 3 to 5 betting favorite in race number 3. It is the start of the pick 4. The starting gate is rolling for race number 3. Premier Surefire and Bold Bet on the inside. In the center is Seaside Caesar, Petey, and Inked in Pink. And to the outside, Written in Stone and Shouted Out Loud. It's a field of 7. It's race number 3. They're reaching the top of the stretch, and here they come. The field for the third, gathering speed nearing the start. And they're off. Shouted Out Loud is going to leave hard with Petey. Inked and Pekin on the inside. Seaside Caesar inside advantage. And on the outside, Shouted Out Loud continues. And Shouted Out Loud is going to brush right out and try to make the lead. Paul McKenzie and Shouted Out Loud now is going to clear to the front. Seaside Caesar is second. And Petey third away. Then it is Inked in Pink. And now Seaside Caesar will reclaim the lead. Racing fifth is Bold Bet. And sixth is Written in Stone, and then 7th is Premier Surefire. On past the opening quarter, Seaside Caesar leads to a quarter of 28 and 2, is Shouted Out Loud at 9 to 1, sitting in the pocket. And third is Petey, the 4 to 5 betting favorite, about 3 1/4 lengths off the lead. Then a gap of a couple of lengths. Inked and Pink is racing fourth. Then it is Bold Bet and Written in Stone, and trailing the field, Premier Surefire. Seaside Caesar, Jay Harris leads at a length and 3/4 over Shouted Out Loud and Paul McKenzie. Halftime, 58 seconds, a 29 and 3 second panel. Now to the outside, Petey is coming first over. Bold Bet follows Petey to the outside. Inked and Pink is on the inside, about 5 or 6 off the lead. Written in Stone in the pylons, and Premier Surefire on the outside, about 9 off the lead, but it is Seaside Caesar now under attack by Petey. Petey is drawing closer with every stride, and there's only about a nose off the lead. Now Petey shares the front with Seaside Caesar. Bold Bet to the outside now has come on to take over third on the outside, and is a length and a half back of Petey. It is Petey. Bold Bet now second. Seaside Caesar is brought back to third, and Shouted Out Loud is wheeled off the pylon. 3/4, 127 and 3, and Petey on the inside. Bold Bet on the outside. They're going to duel on down the stretch. Petey trying to fend off Bold Bet. Petey on the inside, and Daryl Thiessen. Bold Bet on the outside, and Scotty Calder. They fight, but Petey is game. Petey is going to turn back Bold Bet and win it by about 3/4, and then Shouted Out Loud. And fourth is between Seaside Caesar and Premier Surefire. 157 and 1. Petey. Back in front of us, the winner of the third, number 4, Petey, the winning drive to Daryl Thiessen. Petey is a 3-year-old state treasurer bay gelding, owned by Joyce Jones. Jay Conklin, the trainer. 4th win in a row for Petey, 4th lifetime. Mile of 157 and 1. The third race payouts for Petey 360, 230, and 210. Two bold bet $4, 297. Shout it out loud 260. $2 exactor $14.70 try 35. $80 super 93.85. The third race order of finish from the top is a 5241673. That is 5241673. Fourth dash is up next. Field of six. Preferred Pacers purse of $11,000. for the fourth on parade. One, Don't Poke the Dragon. Travis Cullen for Jody Cullen and Paul Sanders and JJJ Stables. And number two is Counteroffer, Mike Whalen for Walter Whalen. Number three is Hunter Hill, Daryl Cheeson for Scott West. Number four, Armor Seals for Anthony Hahn for Gabby Sasso and Jeffrey Court Chens and Mart West Racing Stable. Number five, his last beach, Austin Sorry for Ben Wallace and Bolton Stables and Arlene Shirkey. And number six, Pirate Hanover, Brett Madonna for Richard Moreau and Bradley Grant. Field of six, race number four. Let's get a look at some of the main players in this dash, and we have to start with one, Don't Poke the Dragon. 3 to 5, the betting favorite. Last race raised here below this class, but is one that battled very well, swept up 3 wide at 3/4, just missed P.L. Oliver, the winner. But it was a solid performance. And also, Don't Poke the Dragon, when you look back further down the page, has more than held his own against some tough company. Back class, more than $300,000 a lifetime for this 6-year-old. 9-time winner last year. And inside post has gate speed. Don't Poke the Dragon is clearly the one to beat in here and is on the board right now at 4 to 5. The ones to take a look at here to maybe take down Don't Poke the Dragon or at least use on the exactor ticket. Well, number 5, Last Beach, is 4 to 1 on the board and did have back-to-back really good efforts, 3 in a row at Grand River. One of them was in the preferred 2 class, and look, the winner of that, Ideal Perception's pretty nice one. And Last Beach was second. Ideal Perception in that, or rather third. Respect the Flag was second. And then followed up with a couple of good seconds. Last race tried Mohawk, not as good, but still, look, it did pace his own mile at 151 and 4. Last Beach definitely fits really nicely and gets around the half well. 4 to 1, Austin Sorry for Ben Wallace. Number 6, Pirate Hanover. Well, tough post assignment last race. Never got into the race, but look at the race before that. A winner in 150 and 3, a career best win at Mohawk in 50 and 3 just 2 starts ago in a bottom level condition. So Pirate Hanover, Brett Madonna for Richard Moreau, definitely could step up and be a threat. 7 to 1 on the board. And number 4, Armor Sealster, is the one the fans have tabbed as the second best one in here. Now raced below this class last race and was second to Hunter Hill, who's the 3-horse in here. But Armor Sealster overall is one that had a pretty fine 4-year-old campaign, made almost $60,000 in just 16 starts. Armor Sealster is one that won at Sarnia 2 races ago, parked every step of the way and still won in 54. And also, when you look further down the page, you see this one racing in 49 flat, second beaten ahead. And also, that was the last of 3 consecutive sub-150 miles, and also shows a 150 flat May the 27th. So Armor Sealster has plenty of speed. 5 to 2, Anthony Hahn for Gabby Sasso. is a field of 6 for race number 4. Shaking up their positions. Don't Poke the Dragon and Counter Offer on the inside. In the center, Hunter Hill, Armor Sealster. On the outside, Last Beach, Pirate Hanover, field of 6, race number 4. And it's post time. The field for race number 4, nearing the start. There at the start of the rough, Hunter Hill, Armor Sealster. Last Beach gets out, strongly on the outside. Then it is Don't Poke the Dragon and Counter Offer, and Pirate Hanover's trailing the field. Don't Poke the Dragon, inside advantage with the front. Hunter Hill is still hunting for the lead. Last Beach is on the outside third. Then Counter Offer, Armor Sealster. Pirate Hanover broke stride. Hunter Hill now, and Daryl Thiessen has come on to get the fry, and leads Don't Poke the Dragon, the 2-5 favorite as they race past the opening quarter. Counter Offer is third. Last Beach racing fourth, and then Armor Sealster is fifth, and Pirate Hanover after that break is trailing the field. Hunter Hill at 5-1 has the lead as they work on around the turn. Don't Poke the Dragon is about 2 1/4 lengths back, racing second. Counter Offer is third. Last Beach is positioned fourth, and Armor Sealster fifth. They race off the turn of a 27-2 opening quarter, and Hunter Hill and Daryl Thiessen. That lead right now is about 3 over Don't Poke the Dragon and Travis Cullen. Now Travis Cullen closes up the gap with Don't Poke the Dragon. It's down to a length and a half. Counter Offer is on the inside, racing third for Mike Whalen. Then driving on the inside, Last Beach is fourth, and on the outside, Armor Sealster. On down the backstretch, Hunter Hill. Don't Poke the Dragon is trying to inch up closer, but Hunter Hill still looks good on the lead. Don't Poke the Dragon second off that 55 3/2 and a 27-2 opening quarter. They head to 3/4. Hunter Hill by 3/4, 124. Don't Poke the Dragon second. Counter Offer is third. Then it is Last Beach and Armor Sealster. Hunter Hill still has the lead. Don't Poke the Dragon on the outside, trying to close the gap, but Hunter Hill is sharp as they turn for home. Hunter Hill, Don't Poke the Dragon, and Counter Offer on down the stretch drive. Hunter Hill, Don't Poke the Dragon up the inside. Don't Poke the Dragon, Hunter Hill. Hunter Hill is holding on, but Don't Poke the Dragon. It is close. Don't Poke the Dragon might have just poked a nose in front at the finish against Hunter Hill. A photo at 152-2. In the win photo, it went to 3 Hunter Hill. Back in front of us, number 3, Hunter Hill, the driving double for Daryl Thiessen, a 6-year-old Some Beach Somewhere. They gelding on the train by Scott West, 4th win this year's 16th lifetime, Hunter Hill. The 4th race payout, number 3, Hunter Hill. $13.10, $393. One, don't poke the dragon. $2.10, $2.10. Two, counter offer, $4.60. $2 exactor, $23.20. Dollar try, $55.05. Dollar super, $264.80. And the dollar pick three, $79.70. The fourth race, or a finish in the top, 231-546. That's 231-546 on the bottom. for race number 5 is on parade. 1, Bet on Lucas. Ryan DeRoche for Allen Fair and Elizabeth Fair. Number 2 is scratch. Number 3 is Perfect Time. Sylvain Lacaille for Kelly Duval Lacaille. And number 4, I'd imagine it's Phil Houdon for Derek Anderson and Gordon Mason. Number 5, Twin Be So Fine. Brent McDonald for Ron McDonald and Brent McLennan. And Brett shares in ownership, Brett McDonald. Number 6 is St. Lad's Flash. Nick Boyd for Eric Wilson and St. Lad's Farm. Number 7 is Redland Wrangler. Paul McKenzie for Stephen Charlton and Kathleen Charlton. And number 8 is Atlas Marigold. Todd Ratchford for Neil McGinnis and Sarah Jane Stables. And number 9, Highway Vagabond, Scott Quiller for Mike Sumner and Shea Sumner. It's a field of 8. Race number 5, scratched is 2, Yankee Clout. And let's get a look at some of the main players in this 5th dash. And, well, we're going to start with 1, Bet on Lucas. And Bet on Lucas is 6-5 on the board right now. And is one that doesn't have a win yet in 5 starts, but does have a couple of runner-up finishes back at Clinton in August. And, well, that last race here, 57-4, compares well. A nice even mile all around. And I think Bet on Lucas on the inside has a pretty solid shot in here and is the 6-5 betting favorite. Number 7, Redland Wrangler, can get off the gate very well. And it'll be post 6 now with that scratch of Yankee Cloud. And Redland Wrangler hasn't won yet in 20, but certainly the last couple races are really fine. Redland Wrangler is a very improved one of late, and I think has a chance, a good solid shot to win, because he's really looked good the last 2, 6-1. Number 4, I'd Imagine, coming in off of a 3rd, parked early last race and then sat the pocket and finished a 3rd. It was a solid enough effort to build on, and that was just the first start of the year. Had 3 starts as a 2-year-old, and I'd Imagine is one that you do see in that qualifier at Mohawk with a 57-second back half. And even in that last race, good solid back half and came home in 28-3. I'd Imagine is one that should take a fair amount of money and have a shot to win it here, 2-1. Solid effort last start, and that was the first of the year. And then one more that we could take a look at. Is number 9, Highway Vagabond. And, well, set up by Mike Sumner. And Mike has put up some decent numbers this year. Highway Vagabond's a little bit light overall in the record, but there should be a bit of gate speed on the inside for Highway Vagabond. And overall, I think has enough speed. Compares pretty well in here. You see some nice flashes, just needs to put it all together. It could be one you could use on the bottom of the ticket. 3-1's a little bit too much, I think, for Highway Vagabond, but I certainly consider Highway Vagabond is one of the main players in this dash. Now 5-2. Fans note a driver change in race number 8. On number 1, Dally Up, it'll be Jay Harris. Jay Harris drives 1, Dally Up, in the 8th. lead is rolling for the fifth. Bet on Lucas in perfect time on the inside. In the center, I'd imagine Twin Bee So Fine, St. Lad's Flash to the outside, Redland Wrangler and Atlas Marigold. And the second tier, Highway Vagabond. It is a field of 8, race number 5. They're into the stretch drive, and here they come. And there at the start of the rough. Redland Wrangler, I'd imagine, and then perfect time. St. Lad's Flirt on the inside, Bet and Lucas to the outside, Atlas Marigold, then Highway Vagabond, and trailing is Twin Bee So Fine, but right now Redland Wrangler is fine and leads by 2 over I'd Imagine. Perfect time is right now third. Bet on Lucas is positioned fourth, and then it is St. Lad's Flash back there in fifth in front of Atlas Marigold and Highway Vagabond, and then Twin Bee So Fine is trailing the field, and Redland Wrangler leads 29-4 the opening quarter. I'd Imagine is right now just about 2 lengths off the lead and even money on the board. And perfect time is third. Bet on Lucas is on the pylons, but now is angling towards the outside in front of St. Lad's Flash. But they come off the turn and leading the way. Paul McKenzie, Redland Wrangler, I'd imagine is still in the pocket. Bet on Lucas is working first over and is moved up to be about 3.5 off the lead. Perfect time is fourth of the inside. St. Lad's Flash is fifth now. Then Atlas Marigold and Highway Vagabond and Twin Bee So Fine. 1 minute 1/5 halftime. A 30-2 second panel. Redland Wrangler at 8-1, and Bet on Lucas having some problems on the outside. I'd imagine is racing second. Bet on Lucas appears to be straightened away now, and from the backfield there goes Highway Vagabond, is moving up quickly into contention. Redland Wrangler. Highway Vagabond is now surged up and has taken over second and is looking to come on and take the lead away from Redland Wrangler. That lead is down to just headed off stride St. Lad's Flash. Highway Vagabond and Redland Wrangler. I'd imagine is wheeled off the pylons. Backing away is Bet on Lucas in fourth at perfect time. And it is Highway Vagabond. Now here comes I'd Imagine. Highway Vagabond and I'd Imagine, and on the inside Redland Wrangler. I'd Imagine charging on the outside, and it's going to be I'd Imagine Redland Wrangler. I'd Imagine wins it. Redland Wrangler was second. Then it looked like Atlas Marigold, and perfect time. 2 minutes flat, race 5. Coming back in front of us, the winner of race number 5. It's number 4, I'd Imagine. 3-year-old Better's Delight Bay gelding. On the Gord Mason, trained by Derek Anderson. The winning drive to fill the thrill hoot on. It's the first win for I'd Imagine. Mile of 2 minutes flat. The fifth race payouts for, I'd imagine, 420, 320, and 250. 7 Redland Wrangler 510, 468. Atlas Marigold 1640. $2 exactor 1860. Dollar try 152.45. The dollar pick 5 622.70. 20-cent pick 5 was $124. Dollar high 5 $3,016.90. Ka-ching. The fifth race saw her finish from the top. 6 scratch 4 187.235. That's 6 scratch 4 187.235. for race number 6 is on parade. 1 is Wall Street Belle. Sammy will fill you up with Blake McIntosh and Hut Racing. Number 2 is Better Be Serious Nick Boyd for James Dean and Sirius 8 Stable. And 3 is Payline, Travis Henry for Steve Charlton and Rodriguez. Number 4 is Brookdale Seb, Brett McDonough for Richard Moreau and Sylvain Cote. And number 5 is Coal Creek Guerrero, Jay Harris for Murray Brather and Coal Creek Stanabrad. Number 6, Gilligan's Hooligan, Anthony Hahn for Anthony Beaton and Westwind Stable and Kevin McKinley and Hut Racing. And number 7 is If You Don't Chew Big Red, Nick Stewart for Tim Myers and Glen B. Farms. It is a field of 7 for race number 6. Pacers non-winners of 3 or $34,950 lifetime. Let's get a look at this field. And we'll start with number 5, Coal Creek Guerrero. 5 wins in 13 starts this year, and one that looked really good at Georgian Downs and Grand River going back a few starts ago. I thought they were really dominant efforts, especially that one at 52-1 at Georgian Downs. And Coal Creek Guerrero's last race, raced in the Prospect Series at Kawartha, pretty solid third, mile of 55, but not quite to the level of those ones, especially that 52-1 mile at Georgian Downs. You also see a 51-2 mile racing at Mohawk. And overall, Coal Creek Guerrero has been pretty darn good this year. Jay Harris for Murray Brather. This 3-year-old Dally gelding is currently on the board at 2-1. Number 4, Brookdale Seb. Well, he's been on fire the last couple of starts, winning both of them. And 53-4 victory September the 3rd. Fired to the front and just kept on trucking. Brookdale Seb moved up in class last race and then proved that he belongs because he won that one coming first up and going away and taking it by 2 lengths. Brookdale Seb and Brett McDonough for Richard Moreau is the 4-5 favorite. Number 2, Better Be Serious, also is one you got to take seriously in here because comes in off of a second place finish, beaten 2, and that was beaten by Brookdale Seb. So Better Be Serious, a win by a dominant win in the non-winners of 2 starts ago, and then that second in the non-winners of 3. Better Be Serious and Nick Boyd, a serious threat to win 7-2, now 3-1. And number 6, Gilligan's Hooligan, has been pretty fine in spots this year, especially if you go back the end of July and early August, and did score a win there in 52-3. That was a solid effort. Gilligan's Hooligan, Team Anthony Hahn and Anthony Beaton, 13-1 seems like a nice value play. I think that Gilligan's Hooligan will get onto the board somewhere and help it pay, maybe even the top of it, because it's not out of his reach to win in here. 13-1. My top one is 5, Coal Creek Guerrero, 6-5. The starting gate is rolling for race number 6. It's Wall Street Belle and Better Be Serious on the inside. In the center pay line, Brookdale 7, Coal Creek Guerrero. And to the outside, Gilligan's Hooligan. And if you don't shoot Big Red, it is a field of 7, race number 6. Here they come. It's post time. And Coal Creek Guerrero is off stride. Field of 7 for the 6th race, and now off stride is Brookdale Seb, and driving out Better Be Serious, Wall Street Belle on the inside. Then Gilligan's Hooligan and Paylines racing position 4th as they work on around the turn. Then if you don't shoot Big Red, and way back the pair of breakers, Brookdale Seb and Coal Creek Guerrero, and on down the backstretch they go. Gilligan's Hooligan is out there 3 wide and trying to charge towards the front against Wall Street Belle. Wall Street Belle has the lead. Gilligan's Hooligan is still driving 3 wide. Better Be Serious between those two. And Payline is watching those 3 battle and is 4th on the inside. Gilligan's Hooligan at 15 to 1 now is going to clear to the front. Wall Street Belle's racing 2nd. Better Be Serious is now popped out and is racing 3rd. And then Payline is 4th and 5th as If You Don't Shoot Big Red. 27 and 3 the opening quarter. And they race off the turn. They come up towards the half. Gilligan's Hooligan with a lead of a length and a half over Wall Street Belle. Better Be Serious on the inside thirds, only 3 from the front. Then it is Payline, and If You Don't Shoot Big Red, 56 and 2 the halftime, and they work their way on into the backstretch, and Gilligan's Hooligan leads it, but Wall Street Belle is right there, tight in the pocket. Better Be Serious now is going to move on the outside, and Better Be Serious is going to give a serious challenge to Gilligan's Hooligan, and also following to the outside is Payline, and then off stride If You Don't Shoot Big Red. Gilligan's Hooligan trying to fend off Better Be Serious, but Better Be Serious on the outside now has come on to take a lead, and the advantage is about 3/4, now a length, and now it is a length and a half, and Payline now has come on to take over 2nd. It's bearing down on Better Be Serious, and 3rd Gilligan's Hooligan weakening, and Wall Street Belle drawn to the outside. 3/4, 127. Better Be Serious as they turn for home. Better Be Serious chasing is Payline. Better Be Serious and Payline as they come to the finish. Better Be Serious is the winner. Payline 2nd, then Wall Street Belle, and 4th was Gilligan's Hooligan. 156 flat. Better Be Serious. Back in front of us, the winner of race number 6, it's number 2, Better Be Serious. The winning drive to Nicholas Boyd. Better Be Serious, a 3-year-old Better's Delight Bay colt, owned by Sirius 8 Stable of Breslau. James Dean, the trainer. 3rd win this year, 3rd lifetime. Better Be Serious takes race number 6, 156 flat. Fans, the judges' inquiry sum will go up. Judges reviewing if 5 Coal Creek Guerrero was inside of the fair start pole. Fans, note the judges ruling that number 5 Coal Creek Guerrero was outside of the fair start pole at the start of the race. Refund of 5 Coal Creek Guerrero. The sixth race payouts number 2 Better Be Serious 510, 320, 270. 3 Payline 2340 and 720, and 1 Wall Street Bell 470, $2 exactor, $84.50 Trop, $97.30 Super, $611.40. And note the dollar pick 4, $229.45. The sixth race order finish from the top is a 3125746. That is 3125746 on the bottom. Field 4, race number 7 on parade 1, Nightclub Hanover, Brett Madonna for Richard Moreau. Number 2 is Curious Cortez, Austin Sorry for Richard Moreau and Brandon Giroux. And number 3, You're the One, Eddie Hensley for Jody Cullen and Travis Cullen and Ron Cullen. Number 4 is Sir Pugsley, Samuel Fillion for Taylor Fritz and G Thanks Stable. Number 5 is Choreographer, Scotty Calder for Scott West. And number 6, Wildcat Rocky, Steve Byron for Dale Hurd and Wildcat Stables and Tony Tancreta. It's a field of 6, race number 7. Starts the late pick 3. Let's get a look at some of the main players here in this 7th race. And I want to start with number 2, Curious Cortez. Now, the last couple races, they weren't good. But look at last race here from post 7, parked every step of the way. So I think you can disregard that outing. And the one before it at Mohawk, 52 and 3, but the race went in 51. But then you go back to the 3 previous starts, all on the half-mile track, and not from easy posts. Post 5 a couple times and post 8, and both of those from post 5 parked early before making the lead, and yet won all 3 starts. 7 wins on the year. I expect a huge bounce-back effort from Curious Cortez. Austin, sorry for Richard Moreau. I love Curious Cortez in here, 6-1 on the board. Number 5, Choreographer, is one that's having a very fine season again. Last couple of years, really good earning seasons, and now has passed the $250,000 mark. Now, last race parked every step, so kind of tough that race, but look at overall. Choreographer has put up some solid miles this year, has been racing consistently well. Choreographer and Scotty Calder for Scott West. Team Scotty, 14-1. I think it's a nice value in here. One Nightclub of Hanover, Brett McDonough for Richard Moreau, and this is one that drops in class and off of a third, beating a length in 54 to P.L. Oliver and Don't Poke the Dragon. Those are really good measuring sticks. Nightclub Hanover, you also see some pretty overall good speed and has made almost $2,000 a start this year. Nightclub Hanover, 7-5 on the board. And then one more is number 3, You're the One. Well, was the one last time out. Now moves up a level, but that was a dominant effort in 54 and 2. Steps up and maybe can handle this class now off that good win. Hurricane Hensley for Jody Cullen. You're the One was an 8-time winner last year. As a 4-year-old, made $75,000 in 33 starts, so certainly was really good last year. And You're the One might be rounding into top form now, and is 9-1. Fans love One Nightclub Hanover, 7-5, but I like that 3-1 on Curious Cortez. The starters called the field for race number 7. It'll be Nightclub Hanover and Curious Cortez on the inside. In the center, You're the One and Sir Pugsley. And to the outside, Choreographer and Wildcat Rocky. It's a field of 6. It's the 7th race. And it's post time. Giddy up. The seventh race on a Tuesday night in Flamboro Downs. Here they come. Gathering speed approaching the start. And the field for the seventh is at the start of the rough. Sir Pugsley will leave well with You're the One. Curious Cortez, Nightclub Hanover, choreographer. Wildcat Rocky's back trailing the field. They work on around that first turn. And You're the One is dueling with Nightclub Hanover for the front. Curious Cortez is third right now. And now You're the One will take back and find the pocket on the back of Nightclub Hanover. Curious Cortez third. Then it is Sir Pugsley, choreographer. And Wildcat Rocky. Nightclub Hanover is able to take the lead as they race on to the opening quarter, and is even money in the board. You're the One is the second one. Curious Cortez third. Then it is Sir Pugsley, choreographer, and Wildcat Rocky. Solid 27 and 2 opening quarter, put up by Nightclub Hanover and Brett McDonald. You're the One and Hurricane Hensley in the pocket, and Curious Cortez and Austin Sorry is racing third, and about 3 lengths from the front. Then it is Sir Pugsley, choreographer, and Wildcat Rocky, 6 in a line. Nightclub Hanover leads as they race their way on past the half, 57 and 1, 29 and 4 second panel. And on the inside second, You're the One. Curious Cortez popped out from third and is coming first over, but sharp on top. Nightclub Hanover has a lead of 2 1/4 right now. You're the One is second. Curious Cortez to the outside. Third on the inside, Sir Pugsley. Then it is Wildcat Rocky and choreographer. Nightclub Hanover racing on the 3/4, still sharp from the backfield. Choreographer is waltzing out wide, and You're the One is still racing second, 3/4 in 1:26. And it is Nightclub Hanover racing second. You're the One now closing ground. Curious Cortez and choreographer out wide, and the field turns for home. Nightclub Hanover, choreographer is flying on the outside. Curious Cortez is coming as well. Nightclub Hanover, choreographer, and Nightclub Hanover up the inside. You're the One. Nightclub Hanover is going to hold on and win it. You're the One was second. Then it was Curious Cortez and Wildcat Rocky. 154 and 4. Nightclub Hanover. The seventh race payouts: 1. Nightclub Hanover, $4, 270, 210. 3. You're the One, 410, 290. 2. Curious Cortez, 280. $2 exactor, $13.90. $1 ride, $26.15. $1 super, $89.65. Fans note in race number 9, a scratch in number 7, Malvolio. Race 9, scratch 7, Malvolio. The seventh race order finish from the top 1, 3, 2, 5, 6, 4. That's 1, 3, 2, 5, 6, 4 on the bottom. Field for race number 8 is on parade. 1, Dally Up, Jay Harris for Pat Rouleau and Gerald Earls. Number 2, Lines Brush Marks, Travis Henry for John Lougheed and Dorian DeJong and Ed Laybourne. And number 3 is Time Stand Still, Scott Eagle for Shan Arnott and Joe Tonelli. And number 4, Dr. Grenfell, Ryan DeRoche for Ken Oliver and Milton Young. Number 5 is Low Red Sports Star, Austin Sorry for Greg Graham and Sherry Graham and Tim Gallant. And number 6, Max Patrick, Anthony Hunt for Gabby Sasso and Jeffrey Corchens and Northwest Racing. And number 7 is Love is Alive, Phil Houdon for Jack Moisev and Joanne Colville and Nancy McNevin and Mark Main Prize. It's a field of 7 for race number 8. Let's look at some of the main players in this dash, and we'll start with number 6, Max Patrick, one that bounced back with a fine performance. Had been trying things in the grassroots, and before that, the Battle of Waterloo, and things weren't working out well. But Max Patrick did flash some pretty nice speed in that Battle of Waterloo final early before things went afoul, and actually was racing well in the elimination before making a break. But Max Patrick now, I think in this spot, and off that win last time out here in a maiden class, now moves up one level. I like Max Patrick to come right back and make it to 2 in a row and is even money. Number 5, Low Red Sports Star. Well, drops out of Mohawk to try things here. Now, it doesn't have a win in 2 seasons and just 1 win lifetime, but I think shows enough overall speed that this could be a nice spot for Low Red Sports Star to get a solid share. You do see this one finishing in 53-3 at Mohawk 2 races ago. Little Red Sports Star, Austin Sorry for Greg Graham, 5-2. Number 7, Love is Alive, 10-1 on the board, and shows improving form and raced to a third last time out in this class, and this is just the 3rd start of the year. I think Love is Alive at 10-1 offers some value, one that you can get onto the ticket. And number 2, Lions Brush Marks is right now at 11-1 on the board. A winner last time out in a maiden class. Looked really good in victory, 1 going away, and that was after battling first up and clearing to the front. Lions Brush Marks, that's the only win, though, in 24 starts, but I think can get on the ticket, 11-1. Number 6, Max Patrick is my top choice at 4-5 as the favorite. The starting gate is rolling for race number 8. Dally Up, Lines Brush Marks on the inside. In the center, Time Stand Still, Dr. Grenfell, Little Red Sports Star. And to the outside, Max Patrick and Love is Alive. Field of 7, race number 8. It is post time. The field for race number 8 in the stretch drive, gathering speed approaching the start. They're at the start of the rough. Time stands still. Lines brush marks to the outside. Low Red Sports Star, Love is Alive. They sprint into the first turn. Then Dr. Grenfell and Max Patrick and Dally Up is the early trailer. Into the backstretch they go, and it is Low Red Sports Star who's got the lead now. Time stands still second. Love is Alive third. Lines brush marks is currently lying fourth in front of Max Patrick. And then Dr. Grenfell and Dally Up is trailing. They race on past the opening quarter. Lil Red Sports Star at 7-5 on the board has the lead as they race past that opening panel in 28-4. Time stands still second. Love is Alive is forwardly placed third. Then Lions Brush Marks and Max Patrick and Dr. Grenfell and Dally Up trailing 28-4 opening panel. They head up to the half. Lil Red Sports Star leads as they come on towards us. The advantage is a length and 3/4. Time stands still. Racing second. Love is Alive third. Then Lions Brush Marks is fourth, and they're all still on the inside. 58 seconds flat at the halftime. Fifth is Max Patrick. Then Dr. Grenfell and Dally Up. And on into the backstretch, 7 in a line, being led by Lil Red Sports Star. Now popping out from third, there goes Love is Alive. And Love is Alive is coming alive now quickly and challenging Lil Red Sports Star. And then on the inside, racing third. Time stands still. Lions Brush Marks is fourth, and fifth is Max Patrick. And they head on to 3/4, and it is Low Red Sports Star trying to fend off Love is Alive. Low Red Sports Star leads it by a head right now. Love is Alive backs away. And then on the inside, time stands still. Now there moves Max Patrick. Max Patrick is coming 3 wide and is in pursuit of Low Red Sports Star, who's got the lead as they turn for home. Time stands still is racing second. Max Patrick third on down the stretch drive. Low Red Sports Star darting up the inside lines. Brush marks to the outside. Time stands still. Lil Red Sports Star was able to hold on. Time stands still. Second, lines brush marks third. And Max Patrick fourth, a mile of 1:57 flat. Coming back in front of us, the winner of race number 8. It's number 5, Lil Red Sports Star. Austin Sorey with the winning drive. 5-year-old sports writer Bay Gelding by Sherry Graham and Tim Gallant. Greg Graham's the trainer. It's the first win this year, second lifetime. Lil Red Sports Star, 157 flat. Eighth race payouts 5. Low Red Sports Star 490, 390, and 230. 3. Time Stand Still 750, 480. 2. Lines Brush Marks 250. $2 Exactor 5020. Dollar Try 73.50. Dollar Super 208.50. The eighth race order finish from the top says 632 7145. 632 7145 on the bottom. for race 9 on parade. 1, Better Be Good at Travis Henry for Blake McIntosh and Leanne Murphy. Number 2 is JJ Powerball Austin Sorry for Rachel Andrew. 3 is Big Bully, Sylvain Lakai for Kelly Duval Lakai and Christopher Cluche. Number 4, to Jennifer's credit, Phil Hudon for Sean Arnott. 5 is Bright on Royal Art, Paul McKenzie for Mike Sumner and Shea Sumner. And number 6, O'Hare Hanover, it's Mike Whalen for Walter Whalen. Field of 6, race number 9. Let's look at the main players in this final dash, and we'll start on the inside with 1, Better Be Gouda. Now, comes in off of back-to-back 6th place finishes, but drops in class, gets back to the inside post position. Had the trailer post here last time out. That's a tougher spot, but now on the gate, on the inside, and you do see this one at Kawartha, opening quarter of 26 and 4, so you know that he can get off the gate. And I think from the inside in this class drop, he not only can get off the gate, but I think he can keep the front all the way to the finish, 3-5. A lot of fans are backing Better Be Gouda. Number 5, Brydown Royal Arts, is one that's been lightly raced of late and has had some problems, but nonetheless, 53 and 4 mile here last time out, racing against tougher and drops in class. Brydown Royal Art certainly has to be taken seriously in this spot. Paul McKenzie for Mike Sumner. Brydown Royal Art is 7-2 on the board, and Mike Sumner's got a nice record this year, a 316 training average. Brydown Royal Art 7-2. Number 2, JJ Powerball, is one that was a good earner last year. This year hasn't quite worked out all that well for JJ Powerball, but 2 races ago was able to use an inside post and lead a good chunk of the way before finishing second. Maybe could race back to that now with the back move into a better post position, but at least can be a top 3. JJ Powerball, Austin Sorry for the Fine Barn of Rachel Andrew, 5-1. And number 6, O'Hare Hanover, did not fare well here last time out, but had been off about a month and a half. Now comes back just 7 days later, so O'Hare Hanover could be a lot better. And you do see some good speed racing at Pocono. Now, that is a fast track, but still, O'Hare Hanover put up some solid times. Mike Whalen for Walter Whalen, 7-1. The 9th race, it's a field of 6, scratches of 7 and 8, going to post shortly. The starters called the field for race 9. Better Be Good at JJ Powerball on the inside. In the center, it is Big Bully, and to Jennifer's credit, to the outside, Brydown Royal Heart and O'Hare Hanover. It's a field of 6, race number 9. for the ninth race, nearing the start. There at the start in the rough, right on Royal Art, Better Be Gouda. First couple to drive home. JJ Powerball, O'Hare Hanover. Then Big Bully to Jennifer's credit, and the drive on around the turn. Better Be Gouda is right now better by about 2.5 lengths than JJ Powerball. Down Royal Art is racing outside third. Big Bully is fourth. Trailing pair, O'Hare Hanover, and to Jennifer's credit. Better Be Gouda, 2 out of 5 on the board. Leads on up to the opening quarter, and the advantage is a length and a half. Better Be Gouda is in front of JJ Powerball, 28 seconds, the opening quarter. Down Royal Art is racing third. Then position fourth is Big Bully, and fifth is O'Hare Hanover, and to Jennifer's credit is sixth and trailing the field. They race off the turn, off a 28-second opening quarter. Better Be Gouda, Travis Henry leads it. JJ Powerball is on the inside second. Down Royal Art on the inside third in front of Big Bully. Also on the pylons as they're all on the inside, and then O'Hare Hanover, and to Jennifer's credit, they work their way into the backstretch off a half of 57-1. Better Be Gouda. That lead right now is about 3. Better Be Gouda striding out and stretching out the advantage. But now Down Royal Art is quickly pouncing on the outside and closing ground, and now has moved up rapidly. Is only a length and a half back, and now Better Be Gouda gets emerging. Better Be Gouda is picking up the challenge of Down Royal Art as they race by 3/4, 125-2. Better Be Gouda now leads at a length and 3/4, trying to turn back Down Royal Art, and now has that lead back to about 2 1/4. And then third, JJ Powerball. Big Bully's racing fourth. Then O'Hare Hanover, to Jennifer's credit, on down the stretch drive. Better Be Gouda proves to be better than the field and wins it by 3 over Down Royal Art. Then JJ Powerball and O'Hare Hanover. 153-3. Better Be Gouda. There is number 1, Better Be Gouda. Coming back in front of us, Travis Henry, the winning driver, 7-year-old Better Than Cheddar Bay Gelding, owned by Leanne Murphy, trained by Blake McIntosh, is the 5th win this year at 24th lifetime. Better Be Gouda, 153-3. The ninth race payouts: 1, Better Be Good at 280, 210, 210. 5, Bright Down Royal Art, 280, 210. 2, JJ Powerball, 260. $2 exactor, 730. Dollar try, 670. Double, 1110. The pick 3, 760. The pick 4, 3115. The dollar high five, 2855. The ninth race order finish from the top down to 1, 3, 5, 6, 2, 4, double scratch. That's 1, 3, 5, 6, 2, 4, double scratch. That does conclude the live harness racing program for this Tuesday evening. Action resumes here this coming Thursday. Our first race will be 6:35 p.m. Buenas noches, amigos. Good night, everybody. Good night, Shanna.